Good morning. Happy December 1st. Happy Thursday, which almost means it's Friday, which almost means it's the weekend, and it is a big weekend here in the Valley. The Birds of Prey competition is happening, holiday cheers in the air. We already have some trees lit up, but we have some even more ceremonies headed this weekend. It is just a great weekend to be in Vail. Happy December, folks. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson, Sydney here in the Grand Hyatt Vail Studios. We just saw Meredith Kirkman out in Vail Village at the bottom of Bridge Street, right next to the covered bridge. And as she mentioned, it is a big weekend. We have lots of things happening up and down the valley, from tree lightings down in Eagle and Minturn. Of course, the Birds of Prey up at Beaver Creek, and then we have Reveille Vail happening here in Vail Village and Lions Head. So we're going to try to get through everything in this next hour. We'll be with you from 7:30 to about 8:30 live every morning, and you can always chime in on Facebook and YouTube. Just type in Vail Valley Live into the search bar, and we will pop up. You can subscribe and like us and set the alert so you know when we're on, and you can chat with us as well. We'd love to hear where you're watching from, when you're coming to town, if you have any questions about what terrain is open, because they've been dropping ropes pretty much almost on a daily basis out here with those recent storms. But no new snow to report in the last 24 hours, but we've had some beautiful weather. It's December 1st. And it's just kind of this magical time of the year where the sun is a little bit lower in the sky. Sunset is a little bit earlier each day as well. And we've been getting some really cool video from our viewers letting us know where they're at and what they're doing. And this video was taken down valley, a little bit of sunset going on, getting the dogs out there for a walk. And you know what? For Eagle and Gypsum area to have snow this early in the season, usually we'll have all the snow up here. And when you fly into the Eagle Airport, you're like, what? There's no snow. But that's not the case this year. In fact, Eagle Ranch Golf Course, usually they stay open a little longer. With these colder temperatures and all these storms, they close down a little bit early as well. But get a glimpse of these cool sunset shots earlier in the afternoon, but it's really neat to see this. So that's what was going on. Walking the dogs and getting a little bit of sunset. And then Carlin's running the controls today. Didn't you get some elk footage? Okay, so the elk are on the move down valley as well. So this was taken kind of around that same time. The sun's going down. The elk are just grazing along, not paying attention to anything else going around besides them. The paparazzi are out there getting the shots of the elk, but it's just neat to have all this nature. You know, we see a lot of deer, but when you could see the elk close up, that's pretty magical. And look at that beautiful snow-capped peaks in the horizon, those blue skies. And we're going to see that again today. But let's bring in Meredith and find out what it feels like for her. She's standing by, like I mentioned, out on Bridge Street. And Meredith, we've got a big weekend coming up with so many things happening. And it's December 1st. Like, where did the year go?
I know it's almost 2023. It's time to reflect and think about the New Year resolutions. It's really crazy. It flew by, but
Yeah.
I'm really ready for the holiday cheer. I have an alarm clock that wakes me up with music. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn Christmas music on and just get the hype going immediately. So it's really exciting. It's one of my favorite times to be in Vail at any month of the year is
Yeah.
December. So I'm feeling the holiday cheer waking up this morning.
Well, you know what? I can see that holiday cheer just behind you. They've been decking the halls in Vail Village. And a look at, I love when they bring out the wreaths and the garland on the bridge. The lampposts have it as well. Oh, this is awesome.
And I'm right by the official tree,
Oh,
which you
oh
can
yeah.
even see. It's pink and yellow this year. It is so
Okay.
pretty in the nighttime.
Okay. Oh, I love
So
that.
big. Highly suggest having a winter kiss under the tree. It's my
Oh
favorite thing.
yes, yes, yes. And we had the tree lighting last week for in Lion's Head, and then they'll do the official ceremony and flip the switch. I think around like December 22nd or so, like a couple weeks from now. And then this weekend, Eagle is having their Christmas on Broadway. Minturn is going to do their tree lighting and everything. But Meredith, we're going to talk about the big event going on. I'm wearing my race sweater. I'm going to be wearing race themed sweaters every day from now through Sunday because Birds of Prey, baby, it is back. We're talking World Cup. And Meredith, I know the rest of the world is thinking we're actually talking about soccer. No, we're talking about alpine ski racing. The men's downhill teams, the Super G teams, they're all here. Speed events are going on this weekend.
It's so exciting just to see these athletes. They're the best in the world.
Yeah.
Even beyond our great country, we have so many different countries here, and only a couple opportunities to see this in person in North America. And it's in our backyard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're stoked.
We're super stoked for this. And so yesterday they did have the training run. On Tuesday it was canceled just due to that snow. You know, we got 9 inches of snow earlier this week. That was not good for the race course. In fact, the Talons crew literally was shoveling it off. Like, don't you think the rest of the skiers and riders like, hey, can you shovel that onto Centennial or something? Like, shovel it onto Grouse Mountain. Can we just like move it over there with a couple of dump trucks? But yes, they want that race course smooth and icy so that it stays consistent for each and every skier. Usually they have about 70 skiers from all sorts of different countries that are up there. So from the first racer to the last racer, they don't want those ruts to be starting to form around those gates. And so the downhill is the first event on Friday. We have a second downhill on Saturday, and then Super G on Sunday. And Meredith, the big news we found out yesterday from the Vail Valley Foundation, the organization that puts this on, and Beaver Creek, of course, Beaver Creek Mountain, they're going to allow ski access to the venue. So this is really cool. If you don't have, I mean, I love the bus, that's great, and it provides a great way to get up there, but this just allows you to put the ski boots on and just ski to the races.
Definitely. I mean, it's hard because it's a long bus ride, especially if you park from all the way at the base.
Yeah.
If you know, it is a bit of a trek. So to ski there is definitely a treat because you just kind of you go up Centennial and then you go down one run and you're basically there. So
Yeah.
it's it's very convenient.
Yeah, yeah. So we're excited to have that. They just made that announcement. So we've got that going on, and then we'll show some footage of what we're talking about what these races are in case you're unfamiliar. And what's different too is the races are a little earlier this year. So a lot of times they're at maybe 11, 11:15, 10:30, but we're going to be 10:15 on Friday with the downhill, and then on Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. for the downhill and Super G, 10 a.m. And Meredith, even though it's in the morning for us, this is prime time over in Europe. You think about Austria and Germany and Norway and all these countries that skiing kind of is their national sport. This is prime time in the evening for that. So that's kind of, it follows TV schedules a lot. It's not like they think we should just have a brunch run and watch the races. It's because of what's going on over in Europe usually.
Definitely. Yeah, this is a nationally publicized event. So that's really cool too.
Yeah.
And if you aren't able to be here or, watch it on TV, there's different watch parties actually
Oh, yeah.
around town, which is really cool too. Just to kind of get together. Maybe you're not really feeling sitting out in the cold. You can kind of warm up and get a group of people and watch, which is really fun as well.
Yeah, and you know what? Even if you just want to stay down by the base, maybe you got a bunch of little kids and you don't want to be having them climb all those stairs because there is a lot of stairs that you have to take from where the bus drops you off to the grandstands where the stadium is. And so they're going to have the watch parties down in the village, and that's going to be a lot of fun. It'll start the same time as the races. So if you want to get there, you can do that. And surrounding all this, we have a lot of live music. We have some autograph sign as well. So this is going to be super cool. Oh, the Beers of Praise going on Saturday. The fireworks is going to be happening tonight. And we're going to have some signings with the Stiefel U team, of course. But in addition to that, we'll have Julia Mancuso here. She's an alumni from the women's team. And then Ted Lee, Olympic medalist. He was very successful on the World Cup circuit as well, especially here at Beaver Creek with some of the more technical events. And then, of course, we're also going to bring in an alumni from the snowboard team. Sean White's going to be here. And that was kind of a late addition. So he's going to be doing an autograph signing at the Celsius drink tent. So this will be 2:30 to 3:30 at the Celsius Igloo. So they're going to have a cool little igloo structure for Sean. And I don't know if you've seen Sean White's new, like he's been in the clothing line business for a while, but he's got a really cool line out this winter. So I'm sure he'll be decked in his latest gear.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big celebrity in our world. So
Yeah.
just to have him here supporting can kind of give you an idea of how big this event is. Like we said, there's only a couple in North America, and then they're off to Europe.
Yeah.
So it is so exciting because you kind of go from the screen to the hill, and
Yeah.
it's exciting, and especially when everyone just brings that spirit in stands and brings the cowbells. I mean, I have early memories of Titian's
I know.
back in the day,
Well,
so it's
you
been
know what's
happening for a long time.
what's really cute? In today's Vail Daily, here it is on page A17, they have a little doctor's note, okay? So it basically says right here, it'll say, hey, I'm writing to inform you that name entered here must be excused from school and other responsibilities on Friday, December 2nd due to a severe condition, a need for speed. And it's signed by River Radimus. So like River Radimus is
Oh,
your note to get out of school on
yeah.
Friday. And they bring a lot of the kids up, and it's so fun. They got the bells, got little signs. They're in the bleachers. So that's what always happens on Friday. It's a big Friday tradition. So, and what's interesting too is that this is a free event. You don't have to pay. You don't need a ticket to get into the grandstands. And then if you can't get into the grandstands, standing. Sometimes I don't mind just standing and looking at the big screen, everything coming down. They're going to have refreshments and drinks. I think on Saturday they're doing a free Bloody Mary. So you get like a little voucher, and then you get up
Yeah.
to the venue, and then you get your Mary, because they're trying to get people to get up there early so there's not as much congestion trying to get up there later on. And you want to really an hour from the time you park down below in the lower lots, try to get up to the village lots. They're going to be way full, way in advance. But if you get up there early, here it is. So Freshies is providing the cocktails. So beat the line on Downhill Saturday. Enjoy music, free bloodies, and while you're at, so this is called Get Down at the Downhill at Red Tail Stadium on Thursday morning from 8:30 to 9. So you got to be up there a little bit early. They're gonna have a DJ, and it's such a different vibe for Beaver Creek this weekend.
Absolutely. So you got to get up there, hangover or no hangover. There's a
Yeah,
bloody waiting for you. Just get on up there
hair of the
and
dog,
show
right?
your support. It is just awesome energy. And it's not just Beaver Creek. We have a lot happening around town here in
Yeah.
Vail, and like you said, tree lightings in Intern and Eagle. So lots to do on the agenda, and I'm sure we'll get to all of the next
I
hour.
know. You know what, Ed, Meredith, we got to get to the weather right now, but we'll check it. We'll let you run around, see what's going on. But right now, let's get details on the weather. No new snow in the last 24 because we had those sunny, beautiful skies for the last day. Beautiful day for the training run that they did for the downhill. So they're set for Friday's event. Now, temperature is a little warmer than what we've seen. That much warmer because Meredith said, wow, it's pretty cold out here. But we are well above 18 degrees at both Vail and Beaver Creek right now. And we're going to see that sun range higher and high. and we'll have a high into the low 40s. So it should be nice. We do have the sunset happening earlier, so our afternoon lasts very long these days. And then tonight, we actually have a wind warning going on from midnight tonight to 5 p.m. tomorrow. And with this, breezy conditions out of the southwest, 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 40. Now, what this means is it could really affect the race and even the race itself. The race could get canceled or the weather start, which is mean they start a little bit lower on the course because you got to at the very top, you're really exposed to that wind. Keep the racers safe. So cross your fingers that they won't the race, but weather has a lot to do with that. And when we have a winter storm warning in the mix, it can really affect it. So we'll keep you posted to what we hear that's going on with the Birds of Prey race tomorrow. Otherwise, that precipitation is going to be rolling tonight and into Friday. But then by Saturday, we'll start to see it's kind of roll out. We might have a 40% chance of showers at 11 a.m. And then the cloud cover will continue throughout Saturday, Sunday, a 40% chance of snow showers again. So it's not able to have storms during the World Cup ski race, but hey, it's good news for everything else. We did open rain over the last couple of days, that 9 inches of new snow earlier this week. Another healthy surprise November storm. I think we've received over 70 inches of snow in the month of November. So, and even down Valley, when we saw that video earlier in the show, that people walking their dogs, that is a lot of snow to have down in Eagle and Gypsum. But you can see the ones that are yellow. That is what is going to be opening later today. The ones in the red, they aren't open yet. But the ones that are yellow, like the Cascade, Lift, the Gondola, all that, those are open. But they did drop some terrain. Candy Dancer, North and South Rim, and then portions of Leadberries over by Avanti. So slowly but surely, they are in ropes out there. And keep in mind, don't cut the rope if you think it looks like a great little stash. You don't want to do that because you gas pulled for a length of time or for the entire season. Over at Beaver Creek, I want to remind you that Bachelor Gulch is open. Arrowhead is not, but Bachelor Gulch is. So that's exciting news to have 2 of our 3 ridges open for that village-to-village ski and snowboard experience at the Beav. But we're going to take a break. We've got a lot to talk about on the show. Vail, of course, more Birds of Prey action. We're going to let you know about the Vail Festival that's returning for its 19th season, so stick around.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover together. Experience it for yourself this year. Get your lift tickets today.
Hi, I'm Ziglin, fashion guru and stylist for the Outlets at Silver. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Winter. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, our fabulous discounts, and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Taking a look at what's in the Vail Daily today, we've got a lot to talk about, so let's get right to for Thursday, December 1st. It's the first day of December, the last month of 2022. And on the cover, it's all about the racing. The Birds of Prey race course is prepped and ready to go for a weekend of racing Wednesday in Beaver Creek. The first downhill practice took place Wednesday, and then the race began Friday through Sunday. So that's what it looks like up there. You're like, wait, how do they turn that whole Red Tail base area, Talon's restaurant areas, tiers 9, 10, and 11? That's the region that we're talking. And we were just mentioning this, Meredith and I, but skier access go for the races. So spectators will be able to ski to the World Cup races, but doing so might mean spectators miss a start of the birthday races. So you're going to want to kind of gauge what you're going to want to do, because the races do start at 10:15 on Friday and then 10 a.m. on Sunday. The lift opens at 9. So just read the article and you can get some information. Also in local and regional news, a measure of strength. Officer mental health remains a top priority for local enforcement agencies. So you can learn more about this on A2. And then also in today's paper, hey, Dawson Ice Arena is going under a remodel and they want your input. So you can check this out on page A5. And then we've got trails in Eagle that are going to close. Open space trails will be closed starting today, 2 weeks earlier than in the past. So find out why if you're planning on hiking down in Eagle. Find out on page A11. And then the Vail Film Festival is back. It's going to be virtual once again, but they do hope to bring it back as an in-person event next week. But hey, get all comfy at your house, watch some great narratives, some shorts, some documentaries. They're all going to be there. And you can find out how you can get the pass. Now you can go online and access these films in today's paper on page A14. And then in sports and outdoors, we've got a lot to talk about. Not only the Birds of Prey, we've been doing a lot of articles about that this week, but we've got Yeti hockey kicking off this weekend, and we have a new owner. With Kyle Forte takes over for Vail Yeti heading into the season, and they've got their season opener against Jackson Hole this Friday and Saturday night. So this is over at the Dobson Ice Arena, right on the bus route across from the Vail Public Library, a short walk from Lion's Head as well, in case you're going skiing, maybe grab a bite to eat, do some opera, and then head to the game. Puck drops at 7:45 on both nights. But grab your paper, it's free in newspaper dispensers from Eastville down to Gypsum, or you can always go online and get today's news that way as well. Let's look at the roads right now. The roads pretty clear on the interstates, especially with all that sunshine yesterday. But I gotta tell you, the side streets, wow, we are still seeing a lot of those side streets with some snowpack and some ice, especially at stop signs or around the corners. And then remember, as things melt during the day, we'll be well above freezing today with highs in the 40s. That can refreeze overnight. So you do want to be careful walking around, getting the kids to the bus, going out to get groceries. The parking lots can be a little bit icy with all the snow we've already had and the colder temperatures that we've had day in and day out. So that's a look at what's going on with your news and your roads. We also want to tell you a little bit more about, should we talk about Colorado Gives? Hey, so Colorado Gives Day is next Tuesday, and this is a day where your money gets maximized, all right? I don't know how they do it. They sprinkle some magic pixie dust on there, but your dollars go further. So give where you live, work, and play. Eagle County Gives just did their rally on last Tuesday over at the Four Eagle Ranch, where they had over 60 nonprofits involved, and they took a picture of the whole group. It was really awesome. But if you sign up on the website, it's going to give you a way to let your money go a lot further. So it's really awesome that they're doing this. This was founded in 2010, the Eagle County Gives, and it's a coalition of over 60 Vail Valley nonprofits dedicated to strengthening the collaboration, the fundraising capacity, and awareness of the nonprofit sector. So it's just really great. So if you go to Eagle County Gives, or you can go to Colorado Gives Day. You can check those websites and you can earmark where you want your money to go, and that money's going to go a bit further. So think about your end of season giving and schedule that giving right now. All right, we're going to bring it out to Meredith and see where she has wandered off to. Okay, where are you at now? I see windows.
Well, yes, I thought to bring a little attention to this beautiful sign. So,
Oh,
as we know, Vail's 60th is this year. We're celebrating its 60th anniversary. And this is a great picture. It's got an ice bar and it looks super contemporary, but you can also tell that we got some retro vibes. So
oh
this
yeah.
year, to celebrate 60 years, we're bringing back the retro ice bar that Bill Whiteford did back in the 60s. And it is just going to be so vibey. I mean, if this is not inspiration, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
It's not quite ready yet, but I can't wait to experience this ice bar this year.
Yeah. And you know what I hear is we've got two ice bars. One will be at the top of Wildwood, Wildwood Smokehouse, and the new chairlift and the brand new revamped 4-pack to 6-pack coming out of Game Creek Bowl. Then the other one's going to be over by the top of the Eagle Bond Gondola. And Meredith, what I love about these photos is just vintage vibes. Like that girl's little ponytails, and then she's got those ribbons. Remember those ribbons? And then the true aviator glasses. Like this is an actual photo. That I don't love it. And the Colorado Snow Sports Museum has a lot of these photos and a lot of the books, whether it's Dick Hauserman's book, The Inventors of Vail, or Pete Seibert's book, Triumph of a Dream. It's really cool that I love vintage ski fashion. I think it's just
Oh, me
so
too. And we can
stylish.
see it. It's still in.
Yeah.
Retro is so in, especially when people want to dress up or, I wear this one line called Hoo Ha, and she actually upcycles vintage clothes to make it cute and contemporary,
Yes.
but it's still some of those retro brands like Rothy. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've heard of Rothy, and just some of those iconic brands back in the day.
Oh yeah, and you can check out like the video at the Snow Sports Museum. Hey, click on watch video real quick on that one right there, Carlin,
Yeah,
because this
this is
is
such a cool video. This is through the yearly.
oh I know through decades. It's 100 years of ski fashion, and yeah, it's really a neat thing that they've done. And I know that you've worn some vintage Skaya. Skaya's been around for 51 years now. And think about what they used to wear. Like, how cold were they? They were just had like knickers on and some wool socks.
I know.
So,
They were braver than us nowadays.
yeah, yeah. And they're wearing their little hat. They don't even have goggles yet. Klaus Obermeyer, whose birthday is coming up. Oh my gosh, I think Klaus is going to be 102 years old. I think his birthday is either December 2nd or December 4th. But Obermeyer clothing, he did a lot with inventing different things with, sunscreens and the binding systems, just outerwear. And he always calls himself the technology police, not the fashion police. He just wants the technology to work. So yes, if you want to see more of this video, head on over to the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. But Meredith, real quick, I want to talk a little bit about the Vail Film Festival because it's back. It kind of snuck in here, but it starts today, goes till Sunday. It's virtual again. And then Sean and Scott Cross, the founders, they want to bring it back to an in-person event next year. But I know you're very familiar with this. You actually debuted your film. Was it 2019? Was that the last time we hosted it in person?
It was, which is just crazy. So I lucked out right in the
Yes.
nick of time because it was really cool to be in the backyard of
Yeah.
where I grew up for my first film festival. So I will forever be grateful for that. It's always very cool to chat with the filmmakers because they're normally in the room, debuting their work. And so it's just such a great time to meet and greet people. But
Yeah.
really the heart of the festival is independent films, and whether it's documentaries or features, short films, they have gone through quite a process of application process, and they have really curated just a great program this year. And last year this was in September, so it was actually kind of hard because it was so beautiful out. You didn't really feel like you wanted to sit inside and watch movies. But now it's the beginning of December, so it's a lot more appealing to cozy up and get your virtual pass and watch some of these narrative films. I mean, we're all we get sick and tired of the Netflix and, everything that's on the mainstream streaming. And it's just so cool to see the creativity and the approach that different filmmakers have across the country.
Yeah, and you know what? So at 12 noon today, and it's limited. It's not like you have all month to watch these or anything. So it's 12 noon today through basically 11:45, and this is all Mountain Standard Time on December 4th. If you buy the pass, that's how you get access to these films throughout these days. So you could see quite a few, and a lot of them are just the shorts, so it's not a huge time commitment. So I think this is gonna be a fun way to do it. And they curate these films pretty much all year long. They're always searching, and then they look at what's being shown at Tribeca and other film festivals around the nation and draw from those as well. And they're celebrating women in film again. So 2016, they started doing that. So that's continuing to spotlight women in film. So it's really cool. An all access pass is just $35. So I think this is a really easy way, inexpensive way to just expose yourself to some of these new films and just get to know a little bit more about the Vail Film Festival.
Definitely. Yeah. There's a team that's local here, and they really do a great job at organizing this and getting it together. And like you said, the Cross brothers are, the main executive producers or directors of this per se. And they also do the Cavo Film Festival. And that I saw some of their posts from that just about a month ago, and it looked really fancy and cool and warm.
Yeah.
But they got to bring it to a ski town. They have a house here too, so it is just such a cool event. I highly suggest the Vail Film Festival.
Yeah.
Big fan girl over here.
Totally, I know. All right, yes, that's great. Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. What are we doing next, Carlin? Oh, hey, let's talk about Reveille Vail. Okay, so Reveille Vail, that is the early season celebration. It starts on opening day, goes all the way until about mid-December, and then we start Vail holidays. So we had the mountain opening, and we've got some cool art workshops, and those are happening today. So if you want to work with the Alpine Arts Center, they have teamed up, and this is so nice because they do such a great job of just really teaching you how to do these things. You don't have to be an artist. They're going to do their art workshop, and this will be at Yeti's Grind later on today. So you can take a part of that. And then the ice skating show. So this will be, silent disco tomorrow night. That'll be from 4 to 7. And then the ice skating shows, these are going to be in Arabelle the first early weekends. And then we're going to move it over to the Solaris Ice Rink for the ice skating shows later on. And they're short shows. They're about 20 minutes long. So it's not like you're totally standing out in the cold for an hour, hour and a half. Not the case. So they go from 5 to about 5:20, and then another one at 6 to about 6:20. And they bring in all sorts of world, international, Team USA skaters, seasoned professionals, and all that. So that's a neat way to round out your evenings. You can even go to the races because they're early, and then come on over to Vail to take advantage of everything going on in the afternoon and the evening.
Definitely. When those little skating shows pop up, it really makes you feel like we're in this
Yes.
Christmas village. I mean, it's so awesome. And if you are into ice skating, you can always go to Dobson. I think there's some free skating time for that. But if you're into the shows, there's even a bigger show coming up this month, the Ice Skating Spectacular.
Yes. Yeah, I heard that Nathan Chen
I'm
is
trying to
coming. Nathan Chen.
Yes.
Okay, and what I also heard is that it was almost sold out when I last spoke to Eddie Shipstead. So, like, if you have any inkling that you may want to go, like, get your tickets, because even if you don't go, you'll be able to find a friend that wants to go, and they'll take the tickets from you. So,
Yeah,
this is
that's a
super cool.
really good date.
Yeah, so it'll be closer to Christmas, closer to the holidays. But speaking of ice, Meredith, Yeti Hockey coming back. There's a great article in the paper today. New ownership. Kyle Forte has taken it over. Our very own Don Panetta. He was reporting from the ice on Tuesday morning. He had just gotten done with practice. He introduced us to the physical therapist from Howard Head Sports Medicine that's going to be helping them out. But Jackson Hole is coming to town, and they'll be having a game on Friday and Saturday, and that kicks off their whole season. And Yeti Hockey, man, that's been really fun. That's been a great addition to the whole entertainment scene, sports scene. It's fun to watch. It's fun to go. It's fun to support the players, and it's a neat venue, and it's a pretty affordable ticket too.
Definitely. This is one of my favorite things to do in the evenings because it's kind of like a bar vibe because,
Yeah,
you can buy drinks there. You see tons of people there just chilling and you can talk, but there's entertainment. And then we always go to Altitude Sports Bar, which is just right up the path
yeah,
from Dobson Ice Arena in the Evergreen Lodge, and that is such a great time. Normally, the players come by, we say what's up. That's kind of how I've gotten close to Dom over the years.
yeah.
So I can't wait for the whole season to kick off, and it's so cool because it's this hockey team. It's our ski town hometown hockey team, and they're playing other ski towns a lot of the time. So there's some rivalry for Ski Town. So it's a good time, and it's a lot of the weekends, Friday, Saturday. So
Yeah.
highly suggest that.
All right. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're going to take it to a break. We got a lot of things coming up on the show, so stay with us. We've got more coming your way.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact your Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. I'm Tricia Swenson here in our studios at Grand Hyatt, and we've got Meredith standing by in Vail Village. We want to let you know about the weather right now. It is going to be a little chilly this morning. Not as cold as it's been the last couple of mornings. We are above zero. So last time we checked, it was 19 degrees. Let's see what we have right now. So 20 in Beaver Creek, 21 in Vail, and we'll slowly start to see those temperatures reach into the 30s by about later this morning, and then even the 40s by the top of this afternoon. And keep in mind, the days are short. Daylight hours are short right now this time of year as we go towards the shortest day of the year in just a few weeks. So we'll have the sunshine this morning, but we're also going to have some breezy conditions, and that's indicating a change in the weather because by this evening at 12 midnight, they are imposing a winter storm warning from tonight at midnight to 5 p.m. tomorrow. And what that's going to do is bring in blowing snow after about 5 a.m. into tomorrow morning. Breezy tomorrow, 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the southwest, and gusts as high as 45 miles per hour. And this is key information to know because it could affect tomorrow's downhill. That's supposed to take place at 10:15 at Beaver Creek. If the weather conditions aren't safe for those racers, they're not going to put them in danger. So they may change it to what they call a weather start, which is they start the starting gate a little bit lower because the top is really windy up in that area, and then they can maybe still hold the race. They may have to cancel it. Keep your fingers crossed that we won't, but the weather is not looking favorable, especially with those winds. And then on Friday night, we'll see partly cloudy, our lows around the single digits, but then the next couple of days, we do have a chance of showers into Sunday and Monday. So we're not going to have those crystal clear blue skies like we're going to have the earlier part of today. So, but that's okay. You can still get out there and ski and ride and have a great time. We do open the lifts at 9 a.m. at both Vail and Beaver Creek. We've got a bit more terrain that's open this week as well. Gandy Dancer, North Rim, South Rim, the Transmontane run that connects the bottom of Tier 4 over to Northwoods, Tier 11. That's a good thing to know in case Tier 4 gets a little busy in the line. You can always go down to 11. It's all about line management, lift line management. And you can look on your Epic Mix app and see like what are the real times for weights at different lifts. So that's kind of a neat thing. Sometimes I navigate my day based on lift line times, and then I'm not really waiting in a line. So it's a little, strategic move that you can go out there. Now over at Beaver Creek, we opened up Bachelor Gulch earlier this week as well. So we've got Beaver Creek and Bachelor Gulch Village, if you want to go back and forth, and brand new information that we heard about late afternoon yesterday. There's going to be ski access to the races. You can go up Centennial Lift, which is the gondola chairlift combination, lift number 6 over at Beaver Creek, and then you could ski down Red Tail to Red Tail Stadium. This is where the Talons restaurant is, chairs 9, 10, and 11. Of course, Larkspur, Grouse Mountain, not open, but you're going to take Red Tail to at least get you down to the races. So that's a little update on what's going on with the mountain, your mountain and the weather report. But hey, what are you going to do for the holidays? And do you need some fresh produce? Well, we've got it for you down at Knapp Ranch. You are 7-day-a-week farmers market. Here's more. Hey everyone, I'm Tricia Swenson. We're at Knapp Harvest. I'm going to learn a little bit more about what they have here. Carrie Hogan's going to give me the tour. And Carrie, wow, you know what? Who knew that we had all of this under one roof?
Under one roof, and it's always 7 days a week, year round. We're an indoor farmers market. These products you will find at the farmers markets, but we're here all the time. Caleb's Catch, Decadence Cheesecake, Second Nature Gourmet with organic meals to go, taco kits. Instead of going to McDonald's, bring your family here.
Healthy, convenient.
Beautiful salads, homemade tortillas, homemade sausages from Colorado, kimichis and krauts, all sorts of fun things.
Awesome. Well, and you've also got the meats.
We've got meat,
Vail
so
Meat
we've got
Company.
Vail Meat Company as well. And we have Annabelle Cheese. She makes her cheese right down the road in Eagle.
Oh, awesome.
So you gotta love the local. And then all our duck eggs and regular eggs, and we've got the goat cheeses and the alternatives for those of you who have different allergies and food issues. Again, Vail meats all in here. We've got bacon and all sorts of lamb.
Oh, look at the colorful
Beautiful produce. I mean, the
Wow.
colors right there are a piece of work right there.
Okay, well, and then Carrie, I want you to tell me about the bees, because this is something that Knapp Ranch kind of is known for. So Knapp Harvest is a part of Knapp Ranch, but you guys do a lot with bees and honey.
This is our Knapp's nectar. So our honey, our beekeeper sources all these honeys from all over the world, and of course we have our own right here in the valley. So there's a list called the 10 top honeys to try before you die. Who would have known? So we have number 1, which is Trapper's Fireweed, which comes from our Trapper's Lake. And then we have number 2 or 3 is this honey from Hawaii, and number 4 is from Appalachia. So, and then of course we got the rare Tupelo honey. You know,
Southern Gold.
Southern Gold, all sorts of beautiful honeys, as well as products that she makes from the hive. So she's got soaps, and she's got lip balms, and we've got Bjorn's honey, which is a local Colorado honey that's awesome with propolis and royal jelly. Here's some of Knapp's Nectar's comb honey, which is a really great way to buy your honey right there. So anything that is bee related, we are diving into. So
Right down to the
right down
and
to
fun
the
little gifts.
Exactly. Lots of fun gifts. We've got beeswax to sell. We've got lots of little tea towels and fun things as well.
And then you also partner up with local business, Fill and Refill.
Yes, Fill and Refill. This is so great because she's located in in Edwards, and now she's in Eagle too. So you can get all of your things, bring in your own containers, fill them up. They're concentrated, so you only need to use half, and the rest can be water. So that is a great way to help our environment.
Okay, and then just so many great gifts. You could just come in here for like a birthday party. You got to pick up something for somebody or a housewarming gift. And then tell me about these.
So this is our little inner chef area, and I'm going to say that olive oils are the #1 adulterated food in the world. Number 2 is honey.
Now, what does that mean?
So it means it's been cut with all sorts of bad things, especially the honeys. So they have found motor oil and all sorts of things. So when you want to buy your olive oil and your honey, come here. We know it's pure. We have sourced this with pride, and it's amazing. You know, and you're holding up, we love to be able to support our different restaurants. So this is Charles from Vin 48, and this is one of his Dijon mustards. Ooh, wow. So not only do the chefs shop here, but they also contribute.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Well, so if we want to come down, you're located conveniently right in Eagle Ranch.
Right at Eagle Ranch, and we're open 7 days a week, as I mentioned. So Monday through Friday, 10 till 6, and then weekends, 10 till 4. So come down and see us. Eagle's a fun place to hang out.
It definitely is. Okay, thank you so much, Carrie, for the tour.
You are welcome.
I really think that could be a good idea. You know, getting all those bee products, you can get some honey, you can get some soaps, you can get all sorts of things for gift giving. So head down to Knapp Harvest in Eagle Ranch. It's a really cool little store down there with a great story for sure. Hey, but we're going to bring it back over to Vail Village. Meredith has found Heidi Benz from Liv Sotheby's International Realty, and Heidi's got some cool properties to tell you about, just in case you're thinking, hey, it's time to make the mountains our full-time or at least part-time location. Let's take it out to them. Good morning. Happy race weekend, Heidi.
Good morning. Yes, I'm so excited. The screen. There I am. Beaver Creek is hosting the World Cup races for I don't know how many seasons, but it's so much fun. It's totally free. Get to the bus stop around 9 o'clock because it takes a while to get up there, and then enjoy the festivities and the energy. And I think we're going to have a really snowy weekend, so that's exciting also.
Yeah.
But I was just telling Meredith, I took one run the other day to make sure I can still turn, because this is my 61st ski season.
Can you believe it? You beat Vail.
Yes, I did. My father built a ski hill in Michigan, and I started skiing when I was 3, and he opened in 1961.
That is
So-
incredible. So when did you move here to Vail?
1985.
1985.
For that one ski season, and then everybody said you have to stay for the summer, and then you never leave.
That's how it
And
goes.
Meredith was lucky to be born here. I've known Meredith since she's been a wee little dancer, but it's a special spot, and the weather is great year round, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, we were talking so much real estate this summer, and now we're in a whole different season. So it's a different
Yeah.
topic, you know? What are your favorite things to do here in the winter?
Well, obviously ski.
Yes.
But I also like to snowshoe and take
Mhm.
walks and stuff like that. So it's not all about the mountain, and to see so many people that come in just for a quick vacation or have a second home here also. But I've got a couple special properties that are down valley. One's in Edwards and two are in Eagle. That that's a whole different world outside of Vail, but they're both fabulous, and it's not very far away. And so most people are used to commuting, up to an hour sometimes. And Eagle can be 30 minutes from Vail, and Edwards is about 15.
Yeah, well, let's
So-
take a look at these. I mean, so we're down valley a little bit, which sometimes lends to more space.
Yes,
Mhm.
both of these have lots of space. This particular one is in Eagle. It's a 35-acre ranch with the river on the property. The day we did that photo shoot, there was a big rain the day before, so the river was muddy, but it's really a clear, beautiful river. This is turnkey horse property, and it's called Cottonwood Creek co.com. There's a huge riding arena, and they have 13 or 14 pastures with loafing sheds, and then there's a tack barn. There's another big barn that they store tractors and cars and hay in, and it is just an amazing property. Plus, there's a house on it, over a 4,000 square foot house, 2 caretaker units. It's in a private gated community with 35-acre parcels. And so I have 2
Wow.
parcels listed down there, and they're similar but different. So you drive in and you go to your ranch, and this is the Cottonwood Creek, and you can sort of see the river's a little bit clearer there. And they have a little swimming hole in the river, and so if you want, and it borders BLM. So if you're a mountain biker, horseback person, hiker, you can get onto BLM right from your land, and you don't hear the highway. It's just this side of Costco, and you could fly in and be on this property in 15 minutes and go fishing. And it's the ultimate fishing and horseback riding and mountain biking and hiking right there.
Wow, this is one of the best ranches I think I've ever
It's
seen.
really nice, and once you're on it, you don't realize where you're located. You think you're just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you see a plane go over, but other than that, you're out there by yourself. And so, fishing, I know, is a big deal for a lot of people, and it's hard to find that special fishing spot. So there's about over 700 feet of river that's your private river.
That is fantastic.
Nobody
I
else
think
can
that
fish there.
I think this is one of my favorite properties you've showed me so far.
Look up Cottonwood Creek Ranch co.com for all the pictures and a video, and let me know. It's easy to show, and love to take you out there. Just down the road is another ranch, 35 acres, and it has a house, a large house. It's 3 bedrooms, but the rooms are very large. It also has a separate caretakers or apartment across the driveway, and this has amazing views. A little more of a view house than the other one. It does have about 700 feet of the river also, but the 30 acres is across the river to your left there. So that you can either build a bridge or you access it from Highway 6. And it has a 3-car garage and then another 2-car garage with an office and a huge dog kennel, and then an apartment upstairs. So a beautiful yard and a hot tub and a little patio down by the river with a fire pit and a table. So this is also the ultimate fisherman's area. So you can have horses and animals across the river, but it's just separated by the river, and there's a little fire pit and the sunset there. So it's just a great, Colorado property also.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a resort of itself.
Yes, they
you
are.
know?
Once you get there, you don't want to leave. So it's the same gated community, and that one website is blueskyriverranch.com. blueskyriverranch.com. and we just finished the inside pictures and the video, and so again, that's easy to show. So if you want that, you know, seclusion, yet you're close to everything. I mean, you could be on the highway in 5 or 10 minutes and fly in, fly out for the day.
Right? People talk down about I-70 going through, but hey, we get to
We're quick.
places fast.
And you don't hear the highway at neither of these properties. You're sort of below it.
That's great.
On the river, and it's your little slice of paradise.
Okay.
But if you want to be closer to Edwards and only have less than an acre, it's still a beautiful piece of property. It's a redevelopment type of property in Lake Creek, about a mile and a half up on the main road, and it's ready to go. And that one does not have a website, but you can find it on my website or just Google my name, Heidi Vince. And Lake Creek is special because there's no commercial. So there's no golf courses or restaurants, and there's 2 National Forest hiking paths in Lake Creek, and people exercise up and down the road all the time. I used to live in Lake Creek and absolutely love it, and that's a special little spot too when you're close to, it's a little less prices, and you're close to everything in Edwards. So you're literally there again, 5 or 10 minutes to the highway. So ease of getting around.
Well, you're the queen of bougie ranches right now.
Yes, I love it. Well, I grew up riding horses, so I love to ski and ride horses. So this has a separate little garage barn that they moved on the property. This lady's been living on this property since 1950.
Wow.
And they lived in a camper, and they built the house in 1973. So she is a true local. But she's ready to move by her granddaughter, so that's special. But any properties in the valley I can show you. I'll be up in Beaver Creek all weekend long, going to the races. And if anybody wants to stop in and say hi or talk about real estate, just give me a call. That's going to be the best way to reach me, because I'm going to be between my office and the race course. But
so what's your number?
Okay, it's 970-390-8383. Again, 970-390-8383. Or Google my name and you can find me online. And I love living here. I love sharing the mountain lifestyle. And just call with any questions.
Absolutely. She's a trusted source here in the Valley and has really got some great listings. So get in touch with her if you want to make Vail your home and have a resort of yourself.
The Vail Valley, you can have your own private resort, that's for sure.
Pretty incredible. Well, thanks for
places.
joining us this
Thank
morning.
you, Meredith. Always great to see you.
Yes.
Have I got a secret for you? Sales Spectacular from the Columbia Outlet. It's not just fleece anymore. 2 for $50, mind you, which is amazing. Sorel boots are at the Columbia Outlet, all from $50 to $89. Plus, with your savings card booklet, save an extra 10% off when you spend $75 or more. Castle Rock or Silverthorne, it's the place to be at the Columbia Outlet. See you there.
We are back and want to let you know about the weather and how you can plan your day. We are going to see some sunshine and some warmer temperatures. We'll be into the 40s for today, but the breeze is really going to be a factor later on. And that's going to be an indication of weather coming our way. So we're going to have some stormy conditions starting this evening. There is a winter storm warning from midnight tonight to 5 p.m. tomorrow. So that could affect the racers, especially with winds howling at as high as about 45 miles per hour tonight and into tomorrow. So that could affect whether we have the downhill or not. They might move the start down to what they call the weather start to keep it a little safer for the racers, or they may have to call it altogether. Hopefully not. I hope we can get out there and have some fun. But today, enjoy the sunshine with the sunscreen. Lifts open at 9 a.m. today, so we'll be cooler when you get out there this morning. By later on this afternoon, if you're not going out to maybe 1 or 2, you can probably get away with having less layers, but you may want a windproof layer. That's important to remember. And then tomorrow, temperatures will be around the 30s, so a little bit cooler. And then we have a chance of showers going into the weekend as well. So kind of off and on, not a huge amount of accumulation, but we've been surprised before. We think like, oh, 2 inches maybe, and then we get like, I don't know, 7, 6, 9. It's been kind of stealthy storms in the month of November. We are starting out December, the first day of December today, but in the month of November, wow, I think already over 75 inches of snow in the valley. So we've had a very good November as far as snow is concerned. But that's a look at the weather. And then don't forget, we've got activities going on this weekend with Birds of Prey, like the autograph signings. You can find out all the details on bcworldcup.com for more details. Live music, we'll have Santa out there, fireworks, free Bloody Marys on Saturday morning, live race watch parties right in Vail in Beaver Creek Village in case you cannot get up there. And of course, we now have skier access on Red Tail that can take you right down to the course. So it's exciting news. And then Rally Vail, we've got the silent disco. We have tree lightings in Minturn as well as Eagle. So keep it tuned here this weekend to find out what's going on. You can always watch us any time of day, YouTube or Facebook. And then we're on 7:30 to 8:30 on Outside. So we'll see you tomorrow.